Hi, and welcome to Kuhn Kraft Yoga. I'm Laura. This is our January fitness challenge. Don't worry if you are just showing up because every single day that we posted or that I posted for the month of January, they are all going to be available forever in the January 2023 playlist that you will find on this channel. So go ahead and hit subscribe. You can come back here and do these short practices anytime you have 10 to 20 minutes to devote to your practice and to your body and mental health. Today, we're going to end with one more Vinyasa Flow. We're going to get started right away down on all fours on our mat. So let's come into our tabletop and then just pause, take a moment, find your alignment. Remember, muscle memory is so important. Starting off in the proper alignment will allow you just to naturally find that alignment when you come to your mat in the future. We're going to start by taking our balancing table pose. So we'll extend that left leg out and then take the foot and flex the foot. Extend the right arm alongside the right ear and then reach for the front of the room. The hips are just about even, drawing in with the core. And then when you're ready, we're going to draw that right elbow to touch the left knee. Really press into the mat with your left hand to keep balance. Draw in with your core and then extend out. Draw it in for 2. Extend it out. Draw it in for 3 and extend it out long. Very good. Let's keep the leg lifted. Lower the right hand down to the mat. From here, we're going to bend the left knee. Again, the hips are still lifted, but we're going to draw the left knee in, round the core, draw the knee to the chest. Really tuck yourself into a little ball, working on your core compression. You can point the toes as you draw them in, and then reach, keep the bend in the knee, but flex the foot, come back to where we started. Let's draw it in for 2. Really press into the mat, draw the belly in, and then bend the knee, hips level, draw the foot back. Last one, drawing the knee in, tucking in the little ball, and then bring that knee back. Wonderful. And then keep that left knee lifted. For a challenge, we're going to attempt to take our tiger pose. So keep the left hand planted, firmly rooted into the mat. Can you maybe come up onto the right fingertips? Maybe lift the right hand off of the ground. If you want, you can start to reach the right hand behind you. Start to feel for that left foot. And then press into the left foot. Your foot can be flexed or pointed for this. I just want you to push into that left foot to open the chest and then start to gaze up and in front of you. And then when you're ready, we're going to release it back, come into our tabletop pose, and then start to tuck the toes, coming into plank. From plank, we're going to work into our awkward plank. We've tried this a couple of times in this playlist in our January challenge. Remember to make it a little easier. Make your base wider. Widen the hands just slightly further than the shoulders. Widen the feet out a little bit. And then from here, we're going to maybe come up onto the right fingertips. Maybe take it to 2 or 1 fingers. And then take the right arm out. If you can, lift that left foot. Balance. If you fall, that's fine. Draw the right knee or the right elbow to the left knee and then extend it out. Draw it in. Extend it out long. Last one, drawing it in. Extend it out. Hold. Place it down in plank. From your plank pose, we're going to roll over onto the outside edge of the right foot, coming into our side plank. So the shoulder is above the wrist and opening up into reaching the left hand for the sky. When you're ready, start to lift the left foot, step back into your wild thing. So coming up on the toes of the left foot, turning the right toes to face the back of the room, and then pressing into the right hand to give yourself a beautiful back bend. Reach for the left fingertips. And when you're ready, we're going to start to slowly shift from our Wild Thing pose. Pick up the left knee. Start to slowly step the left foot towards the top edge of the mat. Placing it down. And then coming up into a runner's lunge. From our runner's lunge, we're going to lower the back right knee down. Take the left hand. Bring it to the inside of the left knee. And then we're going to start to bring the right foot up. Inhale the left arm up. Reach back for that right foot for a revolved lizard. Maybe press the right foot into the left hand to activate the quad. And then exhale, maybe draw that foot in a little bit closer. When you're ready, we're going to release that back foot. Take the hand in front. Walk the foot back into the center of the mat. Start to shift the hips up. Place the hands on the top of that left thigh, keeping the hips nice and heavy, sinking low into your Anjaneyasana. Inhale the arms up, maybe interlacing the fingers with the thumbs crossed, and then the pointer fingers facing up into Kali Mudra. Open into the front of the shoulders. And then let's exhale. Press the hands down. Untuck the back toes. We're going to shift back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, let's just go ahead and bend the knees. And then return into our tabletop pose. As always, going into just checking our alignment because things shift as we move along the mat. So the hips are above the knees and the shoulders are above the wrists. We're going to work into our balancing table on the opposite side. So this time we're going to extend the right leg, keep the foot flexed, and then take the left arm out along the left side of the face. From here, we're going to draw the left knee in, draw the right knee in, and then extend it out long. Flex the foot. Really push into the back wall like you're trying to really kick through the wall. Draw it in. And then extend. Draw it in once more. And extend it out long. Keep the leg lifted. Allow the left hand to come back to the mat. This time, let's bend the right knee. The foot is still flexed. We're going to take those knee tucks, draw the right knee in, start to point the toes, round through the upper back, maybe kiss your knee if you can reach it, and then flex the foot. We're going to kick up like we're kicking the ceiling. The hips are even. Let's draw it in for 2. And then lift up. Draw it in for 3. And then lift up. From here, keep that back leg lifted. Can we go for the bind in tiger? Come into shifting some of the weight into the right hand, coming up onto the fingertips of the left, maybe lifting the left arm up alongside the left side of the face. Start to swing the left arm slowly, reaching for that back right foot. You could take a hold of the ankle or the top of the foot, but start to kick that foot into the hand. Use the force of the leg to open up the chest and the upper back. And then maybe gaze forward. When you're ready, we're going to release that leg back down. Place the hand down. From tabletop, we're going to tuck the toes and then come into plank. And I think you know what's coming. We're going to try our awkward plank on the opposite side. So widen out your base. Take whatever steps you need to make yourself successful. And remember, if we fall out of it, we can just keep trying. From your plank, come up onto the left fingertips, maybe 2, maybe 1, maybe lift the left arm. Take a moment and then start to lift the right leg. Press into the mat with that right hand and start to draw the elbow and knee together. Round as you come together, and then extend. Take 2 more. Slowly bring them together. Let's see if I can hold this. Extend, and then draw it in. Last one. And extend it out long. Holding in your awkward plank. And let's return to plank. That is such a challenge. From here, we're going to take our side plank onto the left side. So firmly moving into the left hand, feeling yourself root down, pushing into that left shoulder so that we're not falling. The hips are lifted. And then opening the right arm up to the sky. When you're ready, let's inhale the right foot back. Push onto the toes. Come onto the sole of the left foot as you press and lift the hips into your wild thing. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly move, lifting up the right foot, keeping the knee high, keep the hips lifted as you draw the knee into the chest and slowly take the right foot to the top of your mat. From here, let's walk that foot out a bit and draw the right hand to the inside of that right foot. Lower the back knee as you come into lizard. On the next inhale, let's rainbow that right arm up to the sky. Draw the left foot in for the grab. Try to activate the left quad by pushing the left foot into the right hand. And then maybe draw the foot in a little bit more closely. Once more. And then draw it in. From here, let's inhale that arm back to the front of the mat. We're going to walk the foot back to the center line. Coming into our low lunge. Begin by placing the hands onto the top of the right thigh. Letting the hips feel heavy, sinking low. On the next inhale, bring the arms up, Kali Mudra. Reach through the fingers. Maybe draw the arms behind the ears. And let's exhale. Place the hands down onto the mat. Tuck the back toes. And then push back into a downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. You can exhale through the mouth. Inhale. And on the next exhale, maybe we lower the knees down onto the mat. From your tabletop, we're just going to shift the hips forward and allow the hips to come down to the earth. Bring the elbows out in front of you. Maybe wiggle the hips out. Widen the feet as we pause here in Sphinx pose. Lift the chest, inhale. And exhale. The elbows are already slightly in front of the shoulders. Now we're going to take a back extension here from our Sphinx pose. So I want you to extend that right arm out a little further and then maybe at a slight diagonal just to give yourself more of a kickstand, more to help yourself balance. And then from here we're going to bend that left foot in, reach with our left arm, take hold of that top of the left foot, or even you can grab below the ankle, whatever is most comfortable for you. And from here, we're going to push into that back left leg, extend the right arm, straightening the elbow, opening into that left shoulder, also getting a back bend out of this. And then exhale, let's lower it down. Return through Sphinx. Taking a moment, inhale. Exhale, relax. On the next inhale, let's prepare by bringing that left arm out a little further, keeping the elbow further away from you and making it at a slight diagonal. And then we're going to start to bend the right knee, draw the right foot in, reach back with the right arm. Inhale. On an exhale, can we extend and kick that right foot out to aid in getting us a back bend? Maybe extend the left elbow and straighten the left arm. Exhale, release. Very good. Let's go ahead and bring the right leg back out. Return back to Sphinx. If you need to shift the hips back and forth, go ahead and do so. We're going to prepare for bow pose next. To do that, we're going to go ahead and bring the hands underneath the shoulders and start with the forehead down on the mat. And then let's bend the left foot in, followed by the right. And when you're ready, you can take a hold of the left and then the right foot. Take an inhale. And then exhale, maybe we lift the head, neck, and shoulders off the mat an inch or two. Maybe we push deeply into the feet. Maybe lift ourselves up off of the mat even further. Feel the knees driving down and behind you. Inhale. And then exhale, lower. Unwind, release the feet. Take the hands underneath the forehead. And then just shift the hips from left to right to shake them out ever so slightly after that very deep back bend. When you're ready, let's take the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to shift back, and then we're going to sit onto the heels in hero pose. Preparing for camel, we're going to come up to kneeling and start with a gentle back bend by just taking the hands to the low back, fingertips facing down. Let's start to lift the chest up to the sky. Think of this less as a back bend and more of a front body opener. So draw the elbows down and together. The heart lifts. If you want to take this more deeply, you can lower one hand to the heel. The toes can be tucked or flat on the floor. Lift the one other arm up to the sky. And then if you want to take full camel, take the opposite arm to the other heel. And we'll go ahead and lift the chest. You can drop the head all the way back only if that feels good. Otherwise, I recommend keeping the neck in neutral so that there isn't any strain on the neck. When you're ready to come out of camel, feel yourself pushing forward with the hips, staying strong in the core. Take the hands to heart center, sink back onto the hips. Inhale. Exhale, release it out. One more. Exhale, release it out. From here, we're going to move into a narrow-legged child's pose just to prepare ourselves for rabbit. Rabbit is a great upper body opener. So start in your child's pose and bring the arms alongside the body. From your child's pose, we're going to get even smaller and get into a really little ball by taking the crown of the head to the surface of the mat, or as much of the crown of the head as you can get there. Because from here, we're going to grab the heels with the hands and then start to lift up in the hips. And then you'll notice as you lift the hips, you come further onto the crown of the head. And keeping a hold of the heels, we also stretch into the upper back, the traps, and into the back of the neck as well. Go only as deep as feels good, and you can always leave this out if it's too uncomfortable on your neck. Take an inhale. And then exhale, let's release it down. Extend the hands out long. We're going to close our practice in this narrow-legged child's pose. Forehead can come to the mat. We can rest. And just close out this quick and effective practice with a few gentle breaths, allowing our breath to return to normal. And to find the ease once more. You can follow this pose with a shavasana of your choosing, or if you would like to hit play, you can take this practice all over again and double your fun, because these are short and certainly something you could just run back to back. That is the very last flow, the last practice for our January 2023 Fitness Challenge. I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun making these and just taking the time to create shorter sequences to have on my channel and to have at your access at any time. Make sure to hit that subscribe button because there are always new practices every week on Sundays, and then you'll get those notifications. As always, I hope you have a great day. Make it a good one. Bye.